Hi, I'm Dr. Zawash. I'm a chiropractor, and today I'll be going over some stretches specifically for shoulder. And this is designed for people that they have bad shoulders, shoulder pain, sprain, strain of the shoulder that is caused by accidents, sport injuries, or everyday life activities. But before we go on forward, it would be a great idea if you can talk to your healthcare provider and make sure your shoulder would benefit from these stretches. All right, so let's start. Basically, these stretches are targets the ligaments, tendons, and the muscles of the shoulders, which are comprised of arm muscles, chest muscles, and the upper back muscles. So to start with, we're gonna basically do shoulder rolls, and we're gonna do them backward and forward. For these ones, you do somewhere between 10 to 12 times, and you do them 3 sets. So let's start. So the back shoulder rolls is basically you relax your shoulders and you just roll your shoulders back, kind of a rotational motion. You do them 10 to 12 times, and then you switch to the forward roll. And you do the same thing, but you roll them forward. So you do these again 10 to 12 times, and you do them for 3 sets. Basically what they do is that they warm up the ligaments, tendons, and the muscles and the joint capsule of the shoulder. So it would be great to start with these. So when you're done with these, we're gonna go ahead and stretch our triceps. So basically what you do, you bend your elbow like this, and then using the other hand, you just grab your elbow and you kind of pull it this way. And at this point, you should be feeling a bit of a stretch here, and you hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then when you're done, you release it, and then you do it on to the other side. Same thing, you pull it a little bit, you hold it for about 15 to 20 seconds, or if it's a little bit too much for you, you can always do between 10 to 15 seconds. When you're done, you relax it, and then we're gonna move to the next one. After that, we're gonna stretch our biceps. Basically, you keep your elbow straight, you pull it all the way back. At the same time, you're gonna bend your neck to the side. So at this point, you should feel a nice consistent stretch from the side of the neck all the way up to the bicep. Make sure you push it all the way back. That stretches your chest as well and front of the shoulder. You hold it for about, again, 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 seconds based on your tolerance. When you're done, you slowly bring it in, and then you switch to the other side. Make sure the elbow is straight, and you pull it all the way back as far as it can go, and then you bend your neck or tilt your neck to the other side. And you just hold it like that, and you should feel a nice stretch all the way through your arm like this. Same thing, you hold it for about 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 seconds. So when you're done, basically that would be the stretch for your shoulder, biceps, and triceps. The next one is you basically do them bilaterally or both sides all together. You keep your elbows straight, you push them all the way back. At the same time, you're gonna raise your chest and bend your neck backwards. At this point, you will be feeling more in the chest area and front of the neck and the bicep area. So you hold it for about 10 to 15 or 20 or 15 to 20 seconds. And then after you're done, you slowly relax it. When you're stretching, you never release the stretch quickly because your muscles may go into shock or they may go into spasm. So after any stretch that you do, when you want to release it very slowly. Good. So now we're gonna get into the shoulder capsule. And basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna start with movements that you're gonna be doing 10 to 12 times, and you'll be doing them for 3 sets. So you go and lean against the wall. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. What you do is that you bring your arms forward, kind of at your shoulder level. Make sure your thumbs are kind of pointing each other, and then you go all the way up, and then you go all the way down, and you do this 10 to 12 times. Just like that. Make sure the elbows are straight. You don't have to go all the way back. As far as you can push it up should be good. And then when you're done, you bring it all the way in, and then you relax your shoulders, and then you bring your arms up again, and this time your thumbs will go the other way around, and then you go all the way up. Just like that. You bring it in, you go all the way up, you bring it in. Same thing, you do them for about 10 to 12 times and 3 sets. Just like that. Then when you're done, you bring them down slowly, relax your shoulders, and then you go into the next movement, which basically you bring your arms again at your shoulder level in front of you. Make sure the thumbs are facing each other, and then you go back, just like that. Same thing, 10 to 12 times, and you do them for 3 sets, just like that one. And then when you're done with this one, you take him down, you relax your shoulders, you shake your shoulders, and then you bring your arms up at the shoulder level again. This time, your thumbs will go the other way around, and then you do the same movement. There you go. Just like this one. Again, 10 to 12 times, and you do them somewhere between 2 to 3 sets based on your tolerance and how your shoulders are doing. There you go. All right, now we're gonna move to the next move. The other one is you kind of stand tall, your arms on your side, your palms are basically touching your thighs, and what you're gonna do is that you're gonna bring them all the way up, but when they reach to the top, your fingers should be touching, and then you bring them down, just like this one. Same thing, you do this about 10 to 12 times, and you do them for about 2 to 3 sets, just like that one. So at the top, they're touching, and as they come down, they're gonna be touching, your palm's gonna be touching your side of your thigh. And you go up again, and you go down, just like this one. So you do this for about 8 to 10 or 10 to 12, and you do them for about 2 to 3 sets. There you go, perfectly. Now the other one is basically you come to the front, you bring your arms to the front at shoulder level, and then you take them up, and then you bring them to the side. You come up again, you go up, and you bring them to the side. Same thing. It's like a big circle. So you do 10 to 12 times like this, and then you're gonna do the opposite one, which you start from here, you take him up, and then you bring him to the front, and then you go back to your thighs, you bring him up, you bring him to the front, you go back to your thighs, and then you go to the side, up, kind of a circular motion, just like that. So this one was the opposite of the other one. Now the next movement is mainly for the joint capsule or the shoulder capsule. So you bring your elbows a little bit lower than your shoulder level, and what you do is that you bring your arms down and you bring them up. Again, do this as your tolerance. If you are feeling any pain or soreness, just ease back, or kind of just do them very lightly, or maybe less number. Same thing, you do this for about 10 to 12 times, and you do them 2 to 3 sets. And at this point, you should be feeling the joint motion being rotated back and forth, and basically this is designed for that, to mobilize your shoulder capsule. There you go, just like that one. So same thing, 10 to 12 times, you do them about 2 to 3 sets, and we go from there. Now the other one is basically, I'll have to do them from the back. You basically turn facing the wall, you bring your hands together just like this one, and what you do is that you push your elbows back, your chest is up, and then you bring your arm, basically the hand, all the way up as far as it can come, and then you just hold it there, you push your elbows back, and you slide it down again. As far as you can go down, and then you bring it up again, and then you push your elbows back, and then you push down. You do this about 10 to 12 times. It's a little bit of an advanced mobilization, but if you can handle it, it would be great. If you can't, just do them bed by bed. You don't have to push into it too much. After that, it would be a good idea to cool down the shoulder a little bit just by very light mobility exercise stretches. And basically how you do it, same thing that we start with. You're just gonna roll your shoulders back and you're gonna roll them forward. And then you bring your arm basically across your shoulders just like this one. And then you do small circular motion. You can start with either clockwise or counterclockwise. You do them about 10 to 12 times or 2 to 3 sets. And then after you're done, you just do them the opposite way or counterclockwise, just like this one. And then when you're done, you kind of relax it a little bit. And then you bring your hands forward and then you do the same thing. Again, this is for mobilization of your shoulders, which is really good. And then when you're done, you go counterclockwise. Same thing, you do them about 10 to 12 times, 2 to 3 sets. And when you are done, you kind of relax them, you kind of roll your shoulders, and that would be it. I hope this video helps, especially if you have shoulder pain or shoulder sprain, strain. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment area. I'll try to get to them as quick as I can, and hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.